Hi, Take the Leap listeners. Thanks for putting Ashlyn and I in your ears again today. Before we jump into this episode, we wanted to let you know that we've created a fun freebie just for you. If you've been thinking about launching your side gig or small business, we've got a free video training just for that called 9 Steps to Launch Your Business. You can sign up for that video now at www.taketheleap-today.com/webinar to get instant access. You'll also receive 2 free modules from our signature Take the Leap course. Thanks, and now back to the episode.
Take the Leap is the podcast where we get real about the roller coaster that is entrepreneurship and life. Sure, some folks make running a business look like a walk in the park, but let's be honest, it's more like a wild ride through a theme park with a lot of unexpected twists and turns.
Join us, your co-hosts, Ashlan
and Tory,
as we spill the beans on our own real-life experiences and shine a spotlight on some amazing guests. From the highs of success stories to the lows of epic failures. And hey, we'll even throw in some cringe-worthy, laugh-out-loud, embarrassing moments for good measure.
So buckle up and tune in every Tuesday and Thursday for a dose of raw, unfiltered truth about what it's really like to chase your dreams and build a business.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just dipping your toes into the startup world, we've got something for everyone. Even if it's just to make you think, wow, I'm glad I didn't do what they did.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Take the Leap podcast. Tori, how is your day going?
It's great. It's Friday. We always record these on Fridays, and it's been a good week. It's been a good week. How about you?
It has been an interesting week. It has been so hot here that I feel like, I don't know, I feel because I don't go outside as much as I used to, that my day is a little thrown off. Although today, this morning, because I was telling you before we hopped on, I had a little bit of a slower day. I didn't have any meetings this morning, and just a podcast. Oh, it's so nice. Like, yeah, I used to only have one client meeting on Fridays, and since that was the one client that closed, I don't have that meeting anymore. But honestly, it's been so nice to have that like slower morning time. So like I ate breakfast and we took the dog on a walk before it got too hot. I think it was still like 90 this morning, but it feels like the difference between like 90 and 108 is huge.
That is huge,
it's just
a big difference.
It is a big difference. Plus, like where the sun is at, in the sky, just not super crazy. Anyways, so that went to the chiropractor, like relaxed, watched a TV show, did a little bit of work, and then hopped on to do these. So, but yeah, I feel like because we haven't had like our normal like 3 to 4 walks a day, it's been a little weird just being stuck inside. So, but that is what we're in for, because it's gonna be like at least 100 through next weekend, and then
yikes,
it might be 99 on Saturday. So yeah, it's getting to that time where I'm just like, well, and I think we mentioned this in a different episode, but I'm so looking forward to going to San Diego for like some cooler weather.
I'm so excited for you. You deserve a break.
Yeah,
you deserve a break.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm gonna speak this into the universe for you. I feel like you should reserve Fridays as your no meeting days.
That is something
I think you should, because
trying to do. Yes.
You like look like you're just a lot more relaxed and happy, and like you should do that. You should have a no meeting time frame.
Well, today's episode, we are going to recap the conversation we had with Veronica, which I remember when I was editing it and going back. It started out very unhinged, talking about dick sucking, which was so funny. But there were a lot of really great nuggets for entrepreneurs in there. So one of the things that Veronica pushed, and one of the things that I feel like I'm going through right now is that you don't need to wait until you're quote unquote big enough to fix your systems. Even solopreneurs need reliable, efficient operations to thrive. And I have been feeling that. I actually, oh, you'll be really proud of me. I connected with Aman, who we had on the podcast before,
Oh,
because I was like, Aman, I need a CRM. And he was just elated. He was just like, don't ever hesitate to ask me about this. We're friends. It was the sweetest
so
thing.
sweet.
But yeah, but I was able to find one that worked for me. And so I'm like busy kind of setting that up as well. And I got to work with his team to like onboard and get all of it ready. So I'm going to be able to get rid of Calendly and then also have the capability to do some really cool like automations and things in it. So yeah, I'm in that like system and process and operations mode with my business. But yeah, what about you? What do you think about Veronica's uh, what is it called? Advice about not waiting till you're big enough to get things in
Yeah.
place.
Well, first of all, congrats. It's really exciting
Cool.
that you're doing that. And I just from lived experience know that winging it, especially as a solo entrepreneur, is not efficient. And the things that fall through the cracks. Right now, I have kind of a cobbled together system on my back end that works right now for me. But like you said, like as you grow, like your systems need to grow with you.
Mhm.
And so having it all set up the first, well, the first time is really what's going to help set you apart. And I think about where I started, which was with nothing.
Mhm.
And I had no systems in place. I had no CRM. I had no way of tracking, leads and pitches and proposals and people who were responding and people who weren't. Like I had no
Mhm.
system for that. Now I'm a little bit better off, but it's it's definitely hindered like my performance too, because it's like just the efficiencies of like working for your clients and giving them good support and
Mhm.
good follow-ups and things like that. It's really really difficult to do as a single person. Like we're only human, right? And
Mhm.
so like there's gonna be mistakes if you're constantly just relying on your
Yeah.
noggin here.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest thing that I've been trying to get away from,
Mhm.
as a solo entrepreneur, because I'm not planning on having a team anytime soon. Anybody I work with are like partnerships and collaborations. So they're not going to be like actively involved in my systems or like how I do things on the back end of my business. And so I need to have that together, and I can't just like rely on my clients or other people to, you know,
Yeah.
help me out with that. So
To
yeah,
remember it.
anyway, that's
Yeah.
my long rambly way of saying, yeah, she's right. And I know from experience that I kept learning that lesson over and over and over. So
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it takes a little while for it to stick, but
yeah,
I'm glad that it's now being put into place. But yeah, another really good thing, and I think you and I both believe this, that she said was that, platforms, specifically like social media, can disappear, they can change algorithms or even block you. I know that Veronica was like talking about how her brand is playful but also a little taboo in some ways, and so sometimes somebody might get offended by it, and then you just get shadow banned on Instagram or
yeah,
something like that. So one of the things that she did say is that your email list is your safety net, and I know both you and I believe wholeheartedly in that
yeah,
that sending email newsletters and building your email list is such a great way to be in contact with your folks, as well as like, again, with my transitioning to this CRM, I will have people's emails and contact information in a way that connects with my Google Workspace, so that it's going to be like tracking all the emails. So it's not even just for being able to send send mass emails through, a platform like Flowdesk or MailChimp, you also have people's email addresses just to be able to like follow up with if things come up. Or
Absolutely.
one of the big things that I was trying to accomplish with my CRM is just keeping track of what people do. So like tagging the services that they offer, and also like tagging the types of like clients and people to connect them with, because folks will refer you if you are being reciprocal and like referring them out too. And I think that's a really important piece in business, and something that we really care about in like building our community and building our collaborations. Is there's more than enough work for everybody. And when you play nice in the sandbox, better things come back to you.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah.
For sure. And just to kind of reiterate your points about emails, I just thought of an email win that I would share with everyone, in case you need just like convincing that email could work for you. I convinced my mom, who runs her own practice, that she needed, like, I've been trying for years to get her to set up email marketing.
Mm-hmm.
She finally did it, and it's the most basic system. It's it's fine. It does what it needs to do. She sent out her third or fourth email ever yesterday and got a response that was like, I've been meaning to give your office a call. I would like to schedule an appointment to come in and get hearing aids. I need them right away. She owns a audiology clinic. So anyway, all of that to say, like, it works.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Where am I going with this? You never know, like, what you do, like, how it's going to reach people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know your audience and you're consistently working to provide value and content and all these things, like, you just never know how it's going to pan out. So if you're on the fence on if you should focus on your email list, like, take like somebody who literally does like no marketing and put this together in a pinch, and is like already getting some responses from it. So
yes,
food for thought.
That is a good point. It helps keep you top of mind because you never know. Plus, emails, like, they live in people's inboxes as opposed to like social media. I mean, somebody will just scroll right past you and you will never have a shot at them again.
And people can delete your email, but chances are if they stay on your list, like, they're probably going to at least open, some of the emails you send them, and it's going to hit at some point, right?
Yeah.
So I think, and if they don't want to follow you, they can unsubscribe. Like, it's not a big deal at the end of the day. I think email is something that people are realizing that they need to start going back to. I feel like for a while there, everyone was just focused on social media, but you really have to diversify the way you present your offerings. And I think email is one of the best ways to do that.
Well, and you get such great data from it. Like, you can see who always opens. Like, you could totally create, now I'm going down a rabbit hole of advice. You can totally create like a segment that's like, these are the people who open everything, and so those are really primed to buy things from you. You can see who usually clicks on things, and you can, test out different messages to them. There's so many behavioral based triggers that you can create in email, and so many automated workflows that you can do.
And you don't get that from social media.
No, definitely not.
No. Yeah. You can never get that detailed of data and interactions from social media. You can't figure out who specifically clicked on something and was interested in it.
I know. I was just trying to look at the post that FYI, folks, Tori is helping me out with social media now. It's amazing. And I cannot see for the life of me who the heck liked my video. It only shows like the last 3 people. So if you happen to know how I go,
I'll figure that out.
I go stalk that, because I wanted to see who was on there.
I'll go figure that out. I also have a screenshot for you of people who responded to your poll.
Ooh, yay. Love it.
Yeah. Side note, anyway.
Side note,
But that's the
sidebar.
thing, is like when you have data, you can do
Mhm.
something with it. And
Exactly.
like I recently, for an event that I was marketing for someone, like I just, like you said, pulled the segment of people who kept clicking on
Mhm.
the event details and then followed up with them separately, like in a very personalized email. And we got a few signups that way. Like it's
Oh,
just,
that's
you just,
awesome.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's so much easier than social media to determine how involved your audience is. Because on
Mhm.
social media, like people can like a post, engage with it,
Yeah.
comment on it, save it, whatever. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go buy your product or go do the thing that
Oh,
you're
totally.
talking about. Yeah.
Oh my God. And
It's,
how many of us like
yeah.
fat finger like something like I
Oh my
was
God, all
looking
the
at
time.
yeah, I was watching some teenager thing and they were like looking at Instagram and like, oh my God, mom, you liked his picture from 4 years ago, you know?
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
like, is he
I do
paying
that all
that
the
much
time.
attention? Yeah. Yeah.
It's my biggest fear to be like scrolling on TikTok. And you know how every once in a while, like
Mhm.
something comes across your feed that you're like, I don't want to see this. This is not my preferred content. And
Totally.
my biggest fear is that I'm going to like something that I didn't want to
To
like.
have
And
in
then
your
not only is
algorithm.
it, yeah,
Yeah.
that it's going to start popping back up, or that like somebody's going to see that I liked something that I didn't mean to like. And they're going to be like, ew, why is she liking that? That's my biggest fear.
Dude, my
I hate it.
TikTok feed is pimple popper videos, like, and because they don't go on very often. And, like,
Mhm.
apparently at
Mhm.
one point in time, I told the algorithm that that's what I wanted to watch. And I'm like, it's
You
disgusting.
watched one
And
and then,
I
yeah.
watched one, and that's like all it is. So I need to
Mhm.
figure out a way, like, other than just like deleting my account, how I can like flash the algorithm and be like, start over. I was wrong. Don't, don't do
I
it anymore.
I used to get a lot of those videos too, and I got to the point where I would as soon as it came out, I would just scroll past it. Like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
kind of went away after a while. However, my husband and I are both religiously, like when we're bored, like on TikTok literally
Oh,
sending
yeah.
each other stuff. So I think I probably just use it like a little bit more often than you do. So that's probably
Mhm.
why, like, it just
Yeah,
after a
yeah.
while it's like, oh, she's not interested
She's
in
not interested in
this.
that. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things that I have to like dedicate time to like
Yeah.
curating the
You get
algorithm.
so sucked in too, so, like, if you start, like,
Oh
it's
yeah.
hard to stop.
It's hard to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a tangent.
It was a little bit of a tangent.
We
That's
always
okay.
we always do
We
that.
will always be.
Always on a tangent.
Well, the last point that I really loved, because again, y'all should go check out Veronica's brand.
She's
Business Laid Bare
incredible.
is just so like it is perfection when it comes to being
Yeah.
like punny and like just making operations like sexy because it's so not it just doesn't usually have that bent. But she said, don't dilute yourself to appeal to everyone. So like she very clearly has like a point of view, a brand, a strategy for her business, and that it is meant to repel people on purpose. And I
Yeah.
feel like that is so awesome because nothing is more frustrating when you sign on a client, you think you have a good vibe, and they just turn out to be awful. Like, oh, we're not going to call this person out, but did you follow the shenanigans that was happening with the one client on our Discord channel?
I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
What an
Oh my
awful human.
gosh.
Like, what a
Awful,
terrible
awful.
human.
I felt so bad for the person that was working with
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was awful.
So this, we'll just call him out. He was a man. He
Yep.
basically incorrectly sent a text message to somebody, basically calling them too expensive and like unprofessional. And I'm just like, yo, talking about unprofessional, like you straight up sent a text message not meant for somebody that you're working with to complain about them. And
Yeah.
then come to find out later that he basically steals frameworks from people and repackages them and resells them, which is just so gross and grody. And yeah, just so wrong.
Yeah.
But I am glad that they got screenshots of the shenanigans before he
Yes.
deleted it and pretended that nothing happened. But yeah, wow. I was just like narcissist incarnate.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, there are still bad people in business, right? Like,
Yeah.
and if you can, back to kind of like that point, if you can be really, really clear and unapologetically yourself, hopefully you can weed out the people who aren't meant to work with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like a really extreme example that doesn't happen I would hope anyway, it doesn't happen very often, working with people, customers, clients who are like that. But there's a lot of in between that still kind of gives you the ick.
Yeah.
And yeah, like hopefully by being yourself, you can, and just being unapologetic about it and like standing firm on your boundaries and your beliefs, hopefully you can find your people, kind of like in our episode with Megan Eckman, find your weird find your other weirdos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Find the people who jive with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's okay to be like, if you're not about me, you don't need to be here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think.
And nothing rude, like nothing like, yeah, you're not a bad person. Just like, maybe we just don't jive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like there's somebody else for you who's going to work better with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's important. And I think people are more willing to do that nowadays than they ever have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing probably the political climate has a little bit to do with that as well. And just, I think people are just done with bullshit. Like after everything that we've collectively gone through as a society over the last 5 to 10 years, I think we're all just kind of fed up with the bullshit.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
we're done pretending. And so I think the standard of what you should act like in business and how you should be has just changed. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, for the better, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, any other thoughts about the episode with Veronica before we go to our favorite part of these solo episodes?
Yes. No other thoughts, just that it was so fucking funny. And I think that you should listen to it, but also be aware that it is not suitable for work conversation 100% of the time. So if you're driving with kiddos in the car, or you are, which our podcast is listed as explicit because we swear all the fucking time. But but if you're listening with kiddos in the car, or maybe like you're in a shared workspace, maybe save that particular episode for later.
Yeah. We should probably put that as a disclaimer for season 3. Be like, our episodes are meant to be listened to with headphones on. You know?
Because you just literally, we are so unhinged. You literally never know when weird shit's coming out. And we talked about the Veggie Tale book. Like,
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Like,
Veggie Tale smut.
That was rough. But yes, seriously, like you never know when we're gonna bring up something completely
NSFW
unhinged. Yeah. Which I love that about us.
Yeah, it's great. It's authentic because we gotta be
authentic.
Well, Tori, what is your win for this week?
My win for this week. So I signed on a new client, which I'm really excited about. I've had a little bit of, it's been a slower year for sure, which I wasn't expecting, but it's been a good year, and I've been like doing a lot of things, and having this new client has really just like helped out. Like it's given me a little bit of hope for the rest of the year too.
Totally.
So I'm feeling good about it. I'm excited to work with them. And yeah, I'm excited. What about you? What was your win for the week?
I'm glad the drought is over for you. And
thank you.
My win for the week is that 2 different existing clients brought me leads. One is a brand new client who was just like, hey, I really like you, I think we should part, like it's not even just like a lead, it's like a, hey, I want to partner up with you on this, which is just awesome and just feels so good. Like every conversation I've had with her, just talking about vibes, like just has felt so good and so awesome. And we get like energized after working with each other, which is really great. And then another client that I've worked with for a year and a half now, she does a lot of like markets in Texas, and she like straight up, she was like, this person needs your help, just like screen records like her little booth. And then, so I've got to get in touch with that person as well. But yeah, I just love that they both think I'm doing such a great job that
that's
awesome.
work
to me. So yeah, that was just really, really,
congrats.
really, really nice.
I'm also not surprised at all. Like,
Aww.
I feel like anybody who works with you would feel that way. And you've been doing this for a while now, and I feel like most of your clients have come in through like word of mouth and referrals.
Yeah. It's still a huge
Insane.
channel. Yeah. Well, on the other side of the coin, what is your do better for this?
Yes. I talked to my therapist about this actually this week. I need to figure out how to like calm my body. And what do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. I've been like very like things have been great, but it's been like a lot of change at once that keeps happening. And I'm feeling myself getting a lot more anxiety recently, but not just that, but like my whole body is like reacting to everything around me in like very negative ways. And I'm like having constant headaches, or like I'm getting really anxious, or I'm like really tense and stuff like that. And especially like at the end of the day, even like though I'm having like good days, like nothing bad is happening. It's just like my body doesn't understand that it's not in immediate danger, and I don't know how to convince it otherwise.
Bird sounds. Bird sounds.
Bird sounds.
Bird sounds.
So I've been doing that actually. I've been like, I found this soundtrack that I really like, but I'm like, there's no bird sounds in it. So then I found just a bird sound, like, and nothing else, and I put it on top of. It's the funniest thing. I have like two things running at the same time so that I can hear the bird sounds and the music while I work, and that has been helping. And then at the end of the day, like I'm literally I'm going back to just plugging my phone into a different room and not looking at it as soon as I'm done. I've been working a little later lately, but as soon as I'm done, my phone is gone. Good. I'm reading, listening to something, or just hanging out, or cooking or something. And I'm just doing little, excuse me, I just burped. Did you hear that burp?
I did not hear it.
It would be really funny.
But I can cut it out if it is.
I think we should leave it.
So leave it in.
No, I'm kidding. But just doing like different activities that like help just calm my nervous system. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like the other day I was like coloring in an adult coloring book.
So good. Yeah.
And just I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but maybe just because all the change at once. And then like I was getting really tired. So instead of like doing reading at night, I was like starting to like doom scroll again, which probably didn't help. So then, I was like getting my body back to a place where I no longer feel, or my body no longer feels like it's an immediate danger. And that's what I'm working on. Yeah. Very long story short.
That's okay. Flight mode is a real thing. Yeah.
What about you? What's something that you need to
fixing my sleeping habits and my sleep hygiene again, because it's been really hot here. I feel like
that makes sense.
I've just been very dysregulated, and then we have the thermostat battle. So this room and the guest room across, like on the other side of this wall, are south facing. So like the sun just beams in here, and they are, I swear, I do and don't want to know. So I've thought about getting one of those little temperature things that you can put in, and then you can compare. I swear it's like 5 degrees difference between the two. So I feel like as soon as I can get out of this room and like into the rest of the house, it usually like helps out a lot as well. But yeah, so we've got to just start doing that a little bit more, and going back to reading before bed will be good as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm.
You got this.
Yes.
You got this.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll really get there. But yeah. But with that, folks, thanks for listening. Wrapped up another episode of the Take the Lead podcast. As always, you can send us a DM on Instagram and Tori will hit you back there. Or you can send us an email at aloha@takethelead-today.com. And we will see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Take the Leap podcast. We hope you found useful takeaways you can apply to your entrepreneurial journey. Subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and keep in touch and follow us on Instagram. If you have business questions, shoot us a direct message or leave us a comment. We'll try to cover it in an upcoming episode. And visit our website, taketheleap-today.com, for more resources like our online course that accompanies this podcast.